Tzu Chi volunteers follow the lead of Jing's Abode Dharma masters in caring for the injured survivors. Volunteers provide both medical and cleaning services weekly for a paralyzed mother or two. Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Lori Chen. Thank you for joining us. On the day after the Taiwan Express train incident took place, both E-Line and Northern District Tzu Chi volunteers continued to comfort the injured passengers at the hospital and distributed emergency financial assistance. In addition, volunteers followed the lead of Jing's Abode Dharma masters in comforting the families of the deceased at the funeral home.
On the day after the Puyuma Express train incident, most injured passengers who suffered fractures are waiting at the hospital to undergo surgeries. Recalling the day of the accident, many people still feel frightened.
The train was wobbling abnormally before it turned over. We all fell toward the left side.
After the train derailed, I felt unconscious. When I woke up, I saw some of my friends lying on the ground and they could not get up.
Some students and a teacher from Beinan Junior High School traveled to Korea for a cultural exchange trip. They never imagined that they would get in such a terrible accident on their way back home. Listening to stories like these, Tzu Chi volunteers continue to comfort the various survivors. Upon returning to Tzu Chi's Rodong Liaison office, the volunteers reported to the Dharma masters that 10 of the 18 deceased passengers have already been transported to Fuyuan Funeral Home, and their families need support. Dharma masters from the Jingsi Abode quickly brought Dharma Master Zheng Yan's consolation letter with them as they comforted the affected families.
We can sympathize with these families. Our hearts also goes out to them.
I'm very grateful towards Tzu Chi volunteers for always accompanying those in need over the years. We can feel that the families are very willing to have Tzu Chi volunteers' companionship.
The Tzu Chi volunteers from northern Taiwan also follow the Dharma master's lead to pray for the casualties.
Our Tzu Chi volunteers in Yilan and Luodong have worked very hard ever since hearing the news. Coming from Taipei, we want to see where we can provide some assistance to them.
The volunteers hope their prayers and best wishes can help calm the minds of the families and allow the deceased to rest in peace.
At the Suao branch of Taipei Veteran General Hospital, Tzu Chi volunteers went and cared for the injured students from the Beinan Junior High School. One of the volunteers who works in the hair salon helped wash the hair of the injured students. She hopes her small act can bring some comfort to these children.
在那个复原期，
一定会痛，明天后天更痛。这是我的经验。
Yang Chen Jinghua has encountered 3 car accidents within 7 years. She tried to comfort the student from Beinan Junior High School with her experience.
谢谢师傅帮我洗头，
谢谢你哦，会记得你的爱，
说很多安慰的话。
好，感恩你哦，要记住哦，一定会好的，明天更好哦，记住哦，加油！让同学大家都要互相的前脚走后脚放，那个阴影都要放掉，都要记住哦，哈，不要记住那些不好的。
The volunteer applied her expertise to wash hair for this injured student.
After the accident, there was blood over her head. I want to make her more comfortable, so I washed her hair for her. She's very cooperative and brave.
Some young people in the culinary industry from Taipei help out at Taipei Veteran General Hospital's Suao branch.
We prepared some food ingredients after we got off work at 2 p.m. We brought all of our cooking equipment here to cook hot meals for the affected families so they can feel the warmth.
Volunteers from different places came to help patients and their family, hoping to heal their pain with compassion and care.
Staying on the topic of the express train accident, Tzu Chi volunteers have established both a service center and medical station at the nearby Xingma train station. This came in handy when one of the policemen cut his finger. Fortunately, team members immediately provided him treatment.
On the night of the train accident, Tzu Chi volunteers quickly established a service center, providing support to passengers and the search and rescue teams.
After this accident took place, we've been thinking about how we can contribute our efforts to help out.
Climbing up the pile of gravel, volunteers provide drinks to the workers. They're concerned that the search and rescue team members might neglect their own health. Therefore, a mobile medical station has also been established.
We measure their blood pressure so they will know their current physical condition. As they help other people, they should also take care of themselves.
As the weather is extremely hot, someone suffered from heat stroke. In addition, a policeman's finger was cut. Tima nurse Wu Jing dresses the wound, although she herself suffers from poor health. She had an appointment to go see a doctor on the 22nd, but decided to stay here to provide service.
I'm afraid that there won't be enough medical staff here tomorrow. It's hard to find people. Someone must provide service here tomorrow.
With sincere love, the volunteers and medical staff are doing their best to support the search and rescue teams.
Other than the importance of medical services, ready-made hot meals are also just as crucial at a disaster site. Therefore, Tzu Chi Liaison Office has been working hard to provide hot meals to both the first responders and all homes affected by the express train incident.
After delivering some 200 lunch boxes, a message came that more are needed. Volunteers immediately respond by turning on the stove once again to start cooking.
Originally, the order for 40 was increased to 100, and then another 50 were added. We continue to work and are looking for food right now. Whatever we have, we're trying to add quickly.
The Tzu Chi Liaison Office has provided hot food and soup since the accident occurred. They have worked throughout the night to provide kanji and other meals. There's been no rest, and those delivering meals have used both cars and scooters, often making repeated trips.
I was looking for bread at 12 o'clock last night. I couldn't find any bakeries. Later, I went to the supermarket and I bought it all. I went back to the accident scene, and then when I returned home, it was about 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yilan Tzu Chi volunteers are working day and night with a full mobilization in place. At the hospital, Tzu Chi is providing breakfast from 5 o'clock in the morning, with both Chinese and Western options available. Tzu Chi volunteers are warmly greeting workers and families of survivors as well as hospital staff.
We have prepared breakfast of soy milk, steamed buns, and salty kanji. Please enjoy it. However, some still have trouble eating. Mostly they just want water. This is because they've been crying too much and they just want to drink water, which makes them feel more comfortable.
The work of delivering food takes place both day and night. Every meal is hot when it is delivered, with hopes that these meals will convey warmth and blessings from the heart.
Turning our cameras to Malaysia, in the mountainous areas of Penang, torrential rain has caused a massive landslide. The site was the living quarters for many migrant construction workers who became completely buried underneath. Penang Tzu Chi volunteers immediately reported on scene and provided disaster relief support. From the aerial view, the Lawson Mountain Wall has fully covered the building that was still under construction. The landslide incident occurred in a mountainous region in Penang, with many migrant workers losing their lives. The local search and rescue team worked non-stop, hoping to rescue more survivors in the golden hours. After receiving the news, Penang Tzu Chi volunteers directly went to the site to support relief efforts. They set up temporary tents to provide both drinking water and food for the search and rescue teams.
When our search and rescue team first arrived at the scene, Tzu Chi wasn't far behind. Thank you for your continuous replenishment of water and food.
In this incident, many of the casualties were Bangladeshi migrant workers, so the Bangladeshi honorary consul in Malaysia also came to give his condolences.
Your organization has played an important role by coming to voluntarily help out in the search and rescue. It is deeply appreciated by the government of Bangladesh.
Natural disasters influenced by extreme weather patterns have created more and more serious devastation. This landslide incident is a wake-up call to the world, alerting us not to continue destroying resources for our sole enjoyment. In Shenyang, China, there's a care recipient that became paralyzed soon after the passing of her husband. Since her eldest daughter has to leave home to support the family, the 10-year-old son was left behind to care for the ill mother. Tzu Chi volunteers have been helping with medical needs and cleanup efforts of the home since July.
Lying in bed, 48-year-old Wang Jihong is paralyzed with little consciousness. Serious bed sores have appeared on many parts of her body.
She is suffering so much as her bed sores have ruptured. These volunteers helped her wipe clean her body and tended to the wounds with medicated ointments. I felt deeply touched by their gestures.
In March of this year, the father of the family passed away due to illness. Then his wife, Wang Jihong, suffered from cerebral hemorrhage, leading to her paralysis. Now her eldest daughter has to leave home to work, leaving behind her 10-year-old younger brother to care for the paralyzed mother.
Her younger sister said that before the husband fell ill, she relied heavily on him. Once her husband passed away, she was overwhelmed and fell ill. Her children do not know how to take care of her.
Tzu Chi volunteers have started to help this family since July. Coming to visit her every week, the volunteers' priority was to improve one's living environment.
This is the scene Qinyang has imagined. He hopes that he can go to the park with his mother. Now the park no longer has these facilities, so you see the child really craves for a childhood full of wonder and playfulness.
After a thorough cleaning, the house no longer has a foul smell and is more like a home.
This is a picture drawn by your son, Qinyang, and I am placing it at the head of the bed. He hopes that you can recover soon and wake up to take him to go play. We are getting ready to head into the winter season soon, which means many people will experience bouts of dry skin. When this condition becomes a regular occurrence, it can develop into winter eczema. This is where the secretion of the skin oil is reduced and the individual will have very itchy skin. This is especially prevalent in the elderly population. Let's hear what the doctors have to say. When it comes to autumn and winter seasons, many people's skin starts to get irritated. Products like lotion or various ointments can be taken out and used towards skincare.
During the winter months, the weather tends to be drier. When the air is dry, it's easy to have insufficient humidity. This makes it easy for our skin to lose its natural moisture faster. In other words, the oil glands of our skin will lack in secretions.
The winter itch, also known as winter eczema, is a type of oil-deficient dry skin itchiness that is found mostly in the elderly population. However, those who have certain habits should also be aware of developing this condition.
It's very important not to take too hot of a shower because the hot water will increase the rate of evaporation on the skin. This will make your skin itchier after the shower. If you have this type of issue, then do not wash with soap. It will quickly take away the natural oils from the skin.
To solve the inconvenience of winter eczema, the TCM department of the Hualien Tzu Chi Medical Center has launched a nourishing and moisturizing formula soup.
Most of the soup has the basis of nourishing TCM ingredients in it. In addition, we incorporate other items that help with blood circulation, such as walnuts and safflowers. There are also other ingredients that have anti-itching properties like Nepeta, Lonicera, and Forsythia, etc.
However, this type of treatment is not suitable for everyone, such as if there is a bacterial infection, Western medicine should be the first option.
For example, some women are prone to blood deficiency. They get dizzy easily and have a hard time concentrating, or when their menstrual cycle flows quite heavy. If it's these types of cases combined with the winter eczema, then they are okay to consume the soup.
The skin is the largest organ in the human body. If abnormal itching occurs, it may be the body sending out a health warning. It's advised to seek medical attention if the itchiness goes out of hand. Ever since the massive Ecuador earthquake hit 2 years ago, Tzu Chi volunteers have been actively planning on the reconstruction project of the community church. Thanks to partners like Focus, the project is underway. It's really a wonderful thing to see people from all different backgrounds, religions, and languages working together for a common goal.
Growth, hope,
to the community again, because everybody was asking, so what's going to happen with the church, build anything or something, so they were waiting for that. So.
I'm a missionary with FOCUS, which means Fellowship of Catholic University Students, and I'm the person responsible for recruiting students and bringing them to volunteer here. We're here in Ecuador to help rebuild the churches after the earthquake that struck 2 years ago.
This is what used to be a Catholic church, and we're all Catholic students here. Just a gift of giving to others, and then also seeing what they give to me. We're here to be a part of the community as well.
Right now, we're in the section where the church conducts their masses. Thanks to Tzu Chi, we're able to recruit and get the right help, whether it's in getting food, in this case, serving us breakfast, or finding the right type of help. Within the hour, we have 3 groups of workers. Each group provided 1 worker for each American volunteer group, so we can level the ground and set up a few tables.
This work it's not just for the people, it's for us as well, and it's definitely helping us get a new perspective on how we view the world and how we view people.
I think fostering the relationships between people of different backgrounds and religion can really help build a place of love.
I feel like it will give a lot of hope. I think it's necessary to help unite them and to help them believe that there's something more. The hope that life can continue to move forward. Most importantly, for them to believe they can have a place that they call home. In this case, it's the church.
I love how 2 different religions can work together to help others. It's not very common that it happens, but seeing it unfold is incredible.
Escuchar que sí está pasando es muy increíble.
I'm happy because the nuns will finally have a place where they can help other people. It's not only a physical reconstruction, but a spiritual one that is essential for a better town.
For the second time, Germany Tzu Chi volunteers are cooperating with Germany's largest department store. The venue was a continuous promotion of the Ethical Eating Day, where concepts of vegetarianism, environmental protection, and carbon footprint reduction were all touched upon. In order to get closer to the general public, who come from many different backgrounds, cooking up delicious vegetarian dishes was the best way to communicate across all differences. This is the second time Tzu Chi volunteers are collaborating with Germany's largest department store. They are showcasing their culinary skills by cooking delicious vegetarian dishes. This is all for the continuous promotion of the 111 Ethical Eating Day. Once the public has tasted delicious dishes, one must seize the opportunity to share all the different ways of safeguarding Mother Earth. From being rejected left and right in the beginning to gaining acceptance, local Germany volunteers know it far too well.
At first, many people would say that they didn't have time. Some people thought that I was trying to sell some type of products to them. Later, slowly more people were willing to accept to listen to what I was saying about vegetarianism.
The information given really touched your grandmother's heart. She couldn't help but tear up.
I'm a grandmother myself, so I very much hope that my grandchildren and their children can have a clean environment to grow up in.
Hearts were inspired, transformed into real actions. The Eat a Plant Save the World Ethical Eating Day event is making its last rounds on the streets of Germany. Local Tzu Chi volunteers are making great efforts in promoting the important message, greeting every passerby with a smile on their faces. Putting on a smile goes a long way. It's the start of creating good affinities with all. The volunteers hope that everyone can come together and adopt the vegetarian diet to save Mother Earth. Germany Tzu Chi volunteers seized the occasion of the invite from the Kasta department store to introduce a variety of vegetarian dishes to the general public. People from all walks of life listened wholeheartedly to volunteers' patient explanations on all the benefits of adopting a vegetarian diet. Many people were truly motivated and joined in the efforts of Ethical Eating Day. Mao Minghao is a third-year high school student in Nantou. He's from a single-parent family and has been very independent ever since childhood. He holds himself to a very high standard in both academic performance and artistic skills. He's one of the artists participating in a charity art exhibition this year. He hopes to continue working hard toward a career in design.
The excellent details in this sketch are quite moving and is the handiwork of the third-year high school student Mao Minghao.
The contrast between light and darkness is important. Here, you are not dark enough.
Under the guidance of his teacher, Minghao is able to draw from his heart. He said that each piece of work reflects his mood at the time.
If you encounter something bad, you may bring some of these depressed feelings into the drawings, and the overall feeling may be different.
It's been 5 years since studying drawing. Whenever he is depressed, he likes to take inspirations from the artwork done by his classmates.
Seeing them draw so well, I want to compete with them and do it just as good. I think about being able to catch up to them or even trying to surpass them.
Mao Minghao is from a single-parent family, and his sister has gone abroad for her studies. He lives with both his grandmother and mother. Minghao usually helps with the housework to take some of the burden off of his mother. In addition to drawing, his academic performance is also very good, so he never makes his mother worry.
He's outstanding when it comes to his academics, lifestyle, and self-reliance. In the future, he will also like to help people in need.
This time at a charity art exhibition, Minghao feels a bit shy. He's modest and says that some of his work is not at the displaying level yet.
When I look at my current work, I do feel like it's not at the ideal level yet. It's truly a journey of growth.
However, his teacher is quite sure about him and gives him encouragement.
I hope that his original motivation in drawing continues. I hope that he will be able to hold on to this and really develop in this domain. I would like to see him succeed in this industry.
This time he's participating in the exhibition, and we strongly support this. I think he has become more vibrant and outgoing now.
Minghao will be attending college next year. He expects himself to continue drawing and a career in design. He'll be working hard to achieve his maximum potential.
Something about the appearance and fragrance of flowers that brings instant joy to many. U.S. Tzu Chi volunteers have set up a flower arrangement class for the local community senior citizens. It's a great way for them to get in touch with nature and practice their hand-eye coordinations. Through the process of arranging flowers, it's also an alternative way of learning about Dharma. What a great way in promoting Buddhism in action. Thank you for joining us. May your life be filled with peace and joy. See you next time.